A look from Athens, where protests are taking place this hour at the University of Georgia. We are working to confirm reports that the school's newspaper reported that more than a dozen people were arrested on campus. An encampment like those that we have seen at other schools this past week was set up early this morning on the campus. It comes 5 days after a protest on Emory University's campus turned violent, and in the days since, things have certainly not slowed down.
Yeah, well, just hours ago, a group of students and alumni held a closed-door meeting saying that the administration overreacted by calling police to campus. 11 Alive's Brittany Kleinpeter joining us live right now. So, Brittany, we've seen a lot happen these last couple of days. Can you walk us through what's happened and where we are right now?
Good evening, Faith and Jennifer. That's right. I'm standing right in the center of campus. This is the quad, and this is where all of those events unfolded on Thursday. And since then, we've covered everything from vandalism to, at one point, students trying to overtake a campus building. But behind us, we have a small group today. Things are much quieter. We've heard everything from singing to small chants. But as you mentioned, it's been nonstop since Thursday. As we enter day 5, since scenes like this were broadcasted everywhere. In a letter issued today, Emory University's president is calling this past week unprecedented and is apologizing for mischaracterizing last week's protests, saying based on information school leaders had last Thursday, they believe the individuals who constructed the encampment on campus were not members of Emory University, but they now realize that information was not correct. In a virtual meeting this morning that news outlets were allowed to listen to but asked not to broadcast, a group of students and alumni discussed last week's arrests, which included Emory students and faculty, as well as some non-Emory students. The group accused school leaders and responding police of targeting black and brown people during Thursday's events. We asked to speak to participants today in person, but they declined our request. Today, we also tried to speak with members of Emory's Jewish community, but we're told by many that because Passover is still ongoing, they'd like to wait to publicly speak about it. But we did hear from some students last Thursday who expressed fear for their safety.
There's clearly a lot of anger coming from certain groups on campus about the protests and then obviously about these issues.
Protests have continued since Thursday, with some anti-Semitic messages being spray painted on school property, and at one point, students attempting to take over a campus building. And as you can see behind us, this small group of students, they appeared within the just last hour or so. We're going to speak to some of them and see what their message is and share that with you in the next hour. But the Emory president did share with us that they are investigating those vandalism incidents, and Emory police is looking into them. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys. Reporting live from Emory's campus, Brittany Kleinpeter, 11 Alive News.